Should you actually buy this? I mean, it's expensive for a controller, especially when you've already got one. Why would you spend this amount of money on another controller? But I could buy a $1 polishing cloth, but some people will buy a $19 polishing cloth. Is it better? So today we're going to be talking about this, the RC Pro. So this comes with the DJI Mavic 3 Cine model, but you can buy this now as a standalone product. And there was only one reason why I got this. So to look at it, it looks pretty similar to the original smart controller, doesn't it? But it's had a complete transformation. So the transmission on here has improved. So it's now got OcuSync 3 Plus. So for a 1080p 60 frames per second feed direct to this all the time with a really low latency of 120 milliseconds. Also on top of here with these huge antennas, the signal performance has been enhanced. I'll mention this throughout the video, but the signal you get from using this compared to this is a big difference. And if you are actually lucky enough to live in a country that allows a 4G dongle support, then that works with this as well. So you'll be able to get 4G transmission when you're flying a drone. Perfect. But where can you actually use that? Certainly not here. But the juicy part, the best bit of this, is the screen. So this 5.5 inch 1080p screen with 1000 nits of peak brightness sustained. So for those who are not sure about what that means, let me just break it down. So when I was filming last year, so let's just cast our mind back to last year, any OGs will know the amount of moaning I was doing constantly when I was filming on this, on my smartphone, on the original controller. Because if you've got a smartphone, especially iPhones, where you're filming in hot conditions or bright conditions, as soon as the phone gets hot, it will automatically dim, which means then that you're then flying with a screen potentially about 10% brightness. So the amount of times I was trying to actually film and get these crucial shots and miss them because I couldn't see what the hell was going on. So it's all right seeing the drone in the air, you can see it, that's great. But if you're trying to get these cinematic moves, which you know I'm all about, then you need to be able to see it on the screen clearly. And in bright conditions, you simply can't do that on your phone. You can do things to slow this down to prevent it going dim, but it's still going to happen. So you could go and hide in a shaded bush. You could use a screen guard. You could take an ice bucket with you and put your phone in there to cool it down. But none of those are ideal. And I lost so much footage because of that, because the screen was just too dim. This is why this here, being 1000 nits of peak brightness, this is sustained so it keeps that high brightness of 1000 nits constantly. It doesn't dim. It's got built-in fans within the remote control. So to test this out, we went to some mountainous areas recently, really bright conditions, harsh light, and I've used this and it was an absolute joy. This is also powered by a new processor which results in 4 times improvements in CPU and 7 times improvements in the GPU compared to the original smart controller. What on earth does that mean? Well, it means that this is really fast. So when it's off, you turn it on, in about 10 seconds, it will automatically boot up and then go to the DJI Fly app automatically. You can then turn your drone on and it's ready to go straight away. So compared to like this, where you've got to then connect your phone, you've got to put it into the holder, you've got to connect all the wires, this is definitely more convenient and a lot faster. It also means that there's no like glitching or lag or anything on the apps. The apps are super snappy. The performance of the DJI Fly app is flawless. Everything on here through the performance of this, because that new processor, is definitely improved. If you also like downloading straight from the RC Pro as well, that this now supports Wi-Fi 6 for those high download speeds. If we look at the front of it as well, you'll see it's now got FPV sticks as well, to make that flying experience even more precise. If we look at the sticks on the original controller that comes bundled, it has completely fatter sticks on here. These FPV style sticks are fantastic, lets me be even more precise, makes that flying experience to be better and even easier to get those cinematic shots. So if you was actually getting sleepless nights because your original controller, you were thinking, I wish it had more customization options and it's really pretty basic, then this guy has actually now entered the race, because let's just look at what you get. So we've got those two FPV style sticks on the front. You can control your speed like we know there from Cine, Normal, Sport on the front. You've also got this here, which is this 5D button. So you can customize this within the DJI Fly app to do different things within the settings. So this can be customized in 5 different ways. You've got your power button, your return to home button, your pause button, a back button, another customization button. On the back of it, you've got a C1 and a C2 button, which can be also customized within the settings. And then on the top of it here as well, we've got a dedicated zoom in and zoom out wheel. You've got your normal gimbal tilt wheel here. You've got a dedicated photo shutter button on this side, and then this one controls the video recording. There's also 2 huge air vents, one's here and one is at the top. That's for that inside fan that dispenses the heat inside, so you can keep this screen at 1000 watts of peak brightness. And it's also got these huge antennas on the top of it here, which you can tilt and point in the direction of the drone to get a better signal performance. Now, talking of signal, compared to using this controller, the signal that I've been getting on here is outstanding. So I haven't had any GPS drops in the location that I've been filming. I find the signal to be better on here, especially when it's close to you. You know, the performance from here, using that Oxync 3 Plus, is better. It's great still on here, but it is better and noticeable, so you can tell the difference. The signal, I think, because these antennas are on the outside rather than built in like they are on here, you can point them in the direction of the drone. Signal performance on here is fantastic. So if you're wanting a better signal, this is definitely an advantage for you. Which makes this controller to be pretty basic. This has just one shutter button on this side, one wheel, no zoom wheel, and then on the front of it, you just got one of the customization buttons, so either tap or double tap. So this is pretty basic, but it is a great actual controller. That's the difference, what you're actually paying for. Now, this currently in March of 2023 is compatible with the DJI Mavic 3, the Mavic 3 Cine and the DJI Air 2S. It does state though on the website that future firmware updates will make this compatible with future drone models. What I would like to see on here is this to be compatible with the DJI Mini 2. This will enable me when I'm out and about, which I am a lot, I take both of them in drones, but I have to lug around both controllers. This I would like to be a universal controller where I can use this with the Mini 2 as well. Whether DJI are going to do that or not, it's yet to see. They might leave that for the DJI Mini 3 and future, obviously, drones coming out, but I don't know about how they're going to allow compatibility with older drones. They did with the Air 2S, so they still hope with that Mini 2. What I will say is that both of these are brilliant, the best in their class, but this does a great job. But this is expensive. But if you've experienced screen dimming as the main one before, flying in those bright conditions and your phone goes dim, or you want to make sure that you've got the confidence to have this really super bright screen that's not going to let you down, then this screen alone I think is worth it. You've got the customization on here with all the different customization buttons. I think that's good, but it's not the biggest factor. For me, it's all about this screen. Now you could just skip it. You could get an iPad mini or a triple tech tablet. But both of those mean that you're going to have to get a clamp for this. It means you've got to then take something else along with this with you. You've then still got the wired option no matter which one you go for. And the iPad mini, the brightness of that is 500 nits. So again, not really bright. In those bright conditions, you're going to be struggling. This has 1000 nits. So yes, other tablets are out there are fantastic. But when you weigh up the cost difference between, say, an iPad mini and this, or a triple tech tablet and this, there's not a lot. It's going to be around for the next couple of years. It's built really well. It's the cost of a DJI Air 2S. So if you can justify that to yourself and you want the best possible screen, best possible performance, go and get it. You will not be disappointed. This video is sponsored by Artlist. It's where I got all the music and sound effects from for the edit in the mountains before. They do a fantastic array of different music and sound effects to use. It's all license free within one package, and you can use that on your videos as well. So thanks so much for Artlist for sponsoring this video. If you want to go and check them out, I'll link in the description below where you can get also an extra 2 months for free. So let me know, what do you think about this controller? Have you already got this? I know a few of you have been waiting for this review. You're on the fence about getting this. Hopefully this will have helped. If you're new around here, a subscribe will be really nice. Let me know if you're going to pick this up, if you think it's well too expensive. What do you think? Let me know and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.